Hey, Nick Page, welcome to the World of Vintage Guitars, which is our YouTube channel here. Nick is one of the finest guitar makers in Germany with a long history of building very beautiful instruments. And I knew about you a couple of years already, but I think you became widely known since you work with the Maybach guys. Yeah. It's kind of the next step. So what is your background? What is your little history? How did you come up with building guitars?
With building guitars, the idea was to have an electric guitar, and my parents don't have the money to buy one, so I have to make it. So now I know how to make a guitar. Yeah. And the history about the vintage stuff is I made a lot of repairs at my shop in Berlin. Yeah. For 59 Les Pauls and stuff, yeah. And old Fender guitars. And so I see what's the deal about these instruments, about the wood, about the tone, yeah. And about the look. Yeah. And I try to bring it in my own instruments.
Yeah, what I like about the way you build the guitars, and especially when it comes to the aging, it's kind of an art by itself now. There is so cheesy aging out there, and the aging that I have seen done from your side was always very tasty, and even went to a new level. I remember that Rheingold guitar. Yeah. I had in my hands maybe 3 years ago, and I was so attracted to that guitar because that was kind of based on the theme of a gold top, but it was even next level gold top. You know, it was not trying to be the authentic copy of something old. It was playing with the elements. I don't know.
And the idea behind the aging stuff I made is I don't want to copy an old guitar. I use it as a style of art. It's like a painting. Yeah. So I just use the aging techniques, what we all use for making guitars looking older, yeah. Just for making my own drawings from that. Yeah.
And the material on the I'm just thinking of that Rheingold guitar. Is that a super special paint, or is that just a paint that other guitar makers would also have access to? It looks so cool.
I don't know if it was used in the 60s. It's this pono flake stuff what they use in the 60s and 70s on cars. Yeah. So I tried to bring every stuff from the 60s back. Yeah. Nitro and flake and sparkles.
Okay. So you try to get those materials and use this on your processes. Yeah. Just a few words on this guitar. This is, well, I would describe it as a guitar that we can also see in the background here, which is a V. And yeah, let me play a few notes with it. It's bridge pickup. It has a tone. Is there anything you would like to describe the tone that you have in your head when you build guitars? Is there what are your tone idols maybe?
It depends on the guitar I build.
Of course.
Yeah. So there is not this one tone I am searching for. If I start a new project, I always had the idea
how it sounds and looks.
Yeah, how it sounds and looks.
It is a guitar that has a certain sound and look, and that
the story about this guitar is it's best of all in my opinion. Yeah. So I mix all the V things
that you learned and put it to your idolized V.
Of course.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, that's a great guitar. Can you hold it for a second? And I go for this very relic, heavy relic guitar which is looks like it would be 1920. You know, straight from what was the movie? Metropolis. You know, like this guitar has been everywhere. Yeah, I play with themes as well. Beautiful guitar, nice. You know, I like that crackling. The crackles look.
It's all painted by scalpel.
Really?
Yeah, X-Acto knife.
Wow. Okay.
No chemical. Everything.
Treatment. So it's handmade by you. You are doing all the lines.
Every single line.
Wow. That's hard, I have to admit. And kind of several layers of lacquer here, and the distress process. Hey, very cool. So when you look back at your times with working in shops, at vintage guitars that you might have seen, is there anything particularly that had an impression on you, or is that in seeing all the different guitars, what is the thing about vintage guitars that you would take away from vintage guitars?
The first day when I realized there is a difference about old wood.
Yeah, okay. And it's hard to get to that quality.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's I think you go into the wood thing. If you go into the wood thing, you have to try a lot of things before you realize that there are different in the age of wood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I kind of like to see guitars that are built by people that understand the history of guitars, that have experience, and that reflects in their instruments. So, hey, thanks for joining in.
Thanks.
Cheers.